Yeah, I'll do it. Excuse me, fellas. Can you go out now?
All black, all black. Today.
Another way.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
He's a cowboy.
First guy to be an All Black, first guy to be a New Zealand champion, current New Zealand champion. Who does that? You tell me. One person that's done it. None. That's who. Nothing. So, you know what I mean? You can't,
Relax, brother, relax.
You can't. You know what I mean? You can't doubt it. You know what I mean? A lot of media like to perceive, him to be a certain way, but he's a good bloke, man. He's got a good heart, and he's a tremendous athlete.
Boys trying to dug you down here. Listen, trying to dug you.
You feel first of all making history and second of all, how do they compare?
Yeah, it's definitely right up there. The emotions I felt after stopping him, nothing's compared to that, I guess, in the sporting arena so far. I think it's just because of the whole build-up, and obviously him, getting his punch in yesterday kind of snapped me into gear and knew it was a fight. So just the whole weight off your shoulders, it was a really good feeling.
Was you a case of bullying the bully?
Yeah, I think that's what he tried to do from the get-go, was try to play an intimidating game with me, and I could sense it, just his answers and the way he was in the media, and then definitely after the weigh-in I knew that's exactly what he was trying to do. So he got his punch in the weigh-in, but I certainly got him tonight.
Obviously that left hook sort of set it up, Sonny. Did you know then that you just get stuck in a bit of killer instinct?
Yeah, it was. I was just trying to stay composed, and my cornerman yelling out the options, and what was open. Chalk is going to take credit for the left hook.
I said hook, baby, hook.
But after I caught him, I was shocked that he was rattled, because I think those are the punches that work, the ones that you don't think you go for the killer blow. And then when he stumbled, I think my Samoan instinct took over, and there was no technique. Just
all the technique.
I think I was going to throw some kicks in there as well. So
he seemed pretty tentative. Sonny. Were you surprised at that?
Pardon me?
He seemed pretty tentative for a guy who's a lot bigger than you.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at that?
No, I think he knew that his intimidating games and it gets me. I've been around Chalk, seeing him do what he's done for a while, to see that's you can't fighters trying to do that, play that game. And I think when he's seen that I wasn't taking a backward step and I wasn't intimidated of him, I think he had nowhere to go. So like I said yesterday after he threw that cheap shot, I said it's a shame that it happened there, because to me it's all about the ring, and that's where it should have stayed. So just happy I got the knockout.
Do you feel you have more power in your punches tonight than your previous fights?
That's what I stated. That's probably the only downfall about the fight going so short tonight, was that I didn't get to showcase what I've learnt from Tony, from Rattlesnake, Tony Mundy. He's really taken me back to the old school. Just taught me to technique, throw a better punch, and things like that. So that's probably the only downfall. But New Zealand champ, so it's pretty cool.
A few critics though with the power, because you knocked him out in the first round.
I say it all along, but and I'll stick to it. I'm not about silencing anyone. I'm not about listening to negatives. I just doing what I'm loving doing. And that's I'm not the best boxer in the world, but I'm working. I'm improving, and tonight hopefully I showed that. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Sorry, you've won a national title in your fifth fight. Anthony did the same thing when the Aussie super middleweight title fight in his fifth. What does it mean to do the same thing as what a guy that you're obviously such good friends with did in started his pro career?
Yeah, it's to me, I said it after the fight that this on the world stage probably is just a little blip, but for me it was my world title. I don't come from a natural fighting background as Trox. I've had to work overtime, and it's just cool to see all the hard work pay off. But in saying that, you know, I know where I'm at in the sport, and I know I've got a long way to go, and it's just cool to be able to sit here and work with guys like Anthony and Tony and have hunger in my corner. Then, you know, blokes like Joe Parker come down, inspire with me, help me out, teach me a few things and things like that. And just it's cool to be able to mix it and have all the boys come together and all work together. You know.
Tony, what did Tuitaki say to you?
Oh, I just told him just relax, man. You know, and talk about it afterwards and things like that. But probably a few things you can't really say. But then after I had a word to him and then just chill out, and there he was a bit more cooler. I think the thing with Richard, it's a bit of a sad story because he's been dragged into it, but he's been dragged his name's been dragged in the mud a bit in the media, and it's not just him that feels it; it's his family, and I could kind of relate to him. So just had a word to him about that, and just. But I think that's where he's hurting the most. It's just his family's hurting, so hopefully it comes around for him.
Sonny, when you had Tom on that pedaling and you were going, what was going through your mind? Can you remember? Can you talk about that experience?
Yeah, it was funny because my whole camp has been based on technique and not getting flustered. And then when I clipped them and started wobbling, it was just my foul instincts just took over. Hey, I just started throwing everything. There's no technique, and I was surprised I didn't throw a kick in there as well. So, but it's choice, man. It was the best buzz. As you could see from the boys in my corner jumping in and throwing us up like we won a world title. I think yesterday, after yesterday's events, we all knew that we were in a fight, and everyone's tense, and winning it like that in that kind of fashion makes you love the sport, but it's pretty nerve-wracking at the same time, so it's cool.
Did you know?
So you must feel your mental strength going through this process from rugby to boxing has just been pretty amazing. Yeah,
definitely. You could even ask Hunger from when he did the Fight for Life. The nerves you feel before a fight is second to none. There's no Hunger. There's no rugby match that can compare to it. So when you lace up the boots before a big game, you're nervous, but you're not that nervous because you got boys beside you. They're going to back you up in it. It's not just yourself. So
David Tour goes to Burger King after his fights. What are you going to do? What are you doing?
Yeah, my old man wants to go to Macca's, but I'm a fan of KFC. So.